Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Abu Bakr. And I think he does deserve a round of applause for putting this thing together and arriving at the position that we are at. And the most important thing that I take out from this is that this is a serious endeavor. When you're talking about real issues and you start having discussions on them, very soon, immediately after that first round or a round table discussion is finished, you recognize or you start getting an appreciation for the complexity of the topic that you're dealing with. Now, when I'm talking about real, I mean things that are immediately apparent to us, such as the smog that we are dealing with that. You recognize another issue with that is that what appears to be just simple, it's just out there, it's small. When you're trying to go into the depths of it, it is going to be an issue that first of all is not going to be obeying any kind of a discipline boundary. So there is no department of smog that is going to be there, although the Russian system of education and development is such that they work actually backward. So there is, so when you are going into universities, so you are entering the department of light engineering or something. So that means you will work in that industry that is creating light bulbs and things like that. But other, and it is a very much of a channelized system. It does work to a degree. This is an advanced education system that we're talking about. But in general, other than that, even then, for each one, they will have the complexity of adding the people. So if we just take up smog, so do we need chemists in there? Well, okay, yes, you need to understand what is going on. Then you need meteorologists. What is a meteorologist? You have to understand flows. Well, okay, so then do you need mechanical engineers? What kind of equations are these that are looking at pressure differences and the flow of air? And then the air is flowing across boundaries, so that means we have to involve the humanities and social scientists in this thing. And very soon you recognize that these differences is what makes life interesting. And actually these artificial barriers that we create within academic institutions, Department of Electrical Engineering, the best thing is to just consider that, well, okay, that is a place where I hang my hat, but I'm certainly going to be roaming around. That place where you roam around, that is lumps. An institution that has 4 schools now, starting from the management school, going into the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, moving into science and engineering, and moving into law. You just saw that. You had the Harvard Law School being credited because they were making some material over here. We have Leila Kasuri here. We can't quite figure out which box we want to pigeonhole her in, and she's not going to be in that. We have Sohail here, from economics. And you have Abu Bakr, who probably started life as a regular double-E and then has sort of wandered off into places it shouldn't have gone into. It probably opened doors. So that is what makes life interesting. The other aspect is that if you want to really understand it, you have to go deep into these issues. These are not just simple first-order differential equations with certain boundary conditions that you are going to be putting in there. The Indus Basin water flow network is just about the most complex system dynamic problem that you will be ever be encountering. And yet people are putting their hands on it, trying to model it, figuring out where the air is coming from, where is it rising, trying to put the groundwater to play in there. Then you start adding all the pollutants that are coming in. and you may use that actually as a tracer. So each, actually, if you want to really figure out where this is coming from, each factory is going to have a unique signature, an isotope in there, or whatever. If we can do carbon-12 dating and figure out how old it is after so many years, we can certainly, if we wanted to, figure out what is going on. And then immediately after we have figured out, we will understand that we're actually dealing with humans over here. And then you have to start figuring, working with emotions, working with issues of patriotism, working with complex laws. But that is what makes life so interesting. And that is what makes the water center so interesting. We are just starting on this journey. We're very happy to have you as a part of this exercise and involved in an endeavor where we are all learning together. It is well known that if you really want to learn something, you teach it. The amount that you learn by teaching a subject is far more than you will ever get from reading a book. So you are actually both students as well as educators, and this is a partnership that we are involved with, and I look to much bigger, better and greater things over here, but I think I would caution patience over here. You are talking about and I will emphasize, the single most important problem for the future of this country, and the single most technologically complex issue, and the single most emotionally complex issue, sociologically complex issue, legally complex issue. So this is, let's be ready for the long haul here. Thank you very much.